How's it going, everyone? Now, we've had a nice day after some nasty weather in the last few days. Today's been pretty calm by comparison, about 18 to 20 degrees. And now I want to share with you my little hothouse. Now, I know some of you got big hothouses and all the fancy contraptions, but that's not the topic here. I've got my tomato plants here, which I've only got 4 in the ground, and I've got the other ones here nursing them, waiting for the good weather to come. But because we've had all these fluctuations in temperature, from hot to cold every day, I thought to get myself this little thermostat, not a thermostat, a little thermometer. But the beautiful thing about this thermometer, as by comparison to other ones, is, have a look at this now. Now it's currently about 18 degrees out here, 17 degrees. In here, it's reading in the middle, 28.8. Now, what you see up here is a maximum and minimum temperature. Now, every 24 hours, it will record the last 24 hours highest temperature. It was 37.4. So it got up to 37.4 degrees in this hothouse in the last 24 hours and down to 7.9. Obviously, overnight, 7.9 degrees. Now it's just jumped up to 29 degrees. Yeah, the sun's blaring on it and it makes it a lot warmer, but that's exactly what's happening to the tomato plants. So if you've got a hothouse and you don't open the doors, especially if you're actually going to grow them in there, any type of plant, whether it's tomatoes, flowering plants, ornamentals, whatever you like, if you're going to grow them in a hothouse and you don't open it and ventilate it properly, this is what's going to happen. It's at least 10 degrees hotter inside. In the heat of the day, it'll get up by at least 20 degrees. 37.4. It only got up to 18 degrees out here today. It got up to 37. Do the calculations. That's what can happen with your hothouse. Now, these tomato plants are fine because I did open the door. Got some air into them. Actually, I took the lid off them so they can cool off, but feeding them with Liquid Gold and EcoBoost is what's going to keep them strong and healthy and viable. Yeah, they're a little bit buckled and twisted because I haven't staked them yet, but they're very healthy plants and they're just ready to go in the ground. As soon as the weather warms up, a must for everybody or anybody who has a hothouse. Hang this up somewhere in the corner where it's a consistent temperature so you can get an average reading through it all, and you can reset it by just pressing this switch. If you hold it down and clears, there we are. And set it to Celsius, not Fahrenheit. And now it's currently 28.4. Put it back in there, and it's a good time to do it in the afternoon just before the evening sets, so you can get an overnight reading and also a midday temperature. So that's number one. These will be available on our website. You can do a pre-order on these ones there. We haven't got them in stock yet, but we can get them in within the next week. So check them out at vasilisgarden.com. And one more thing, we're going to road test another Secateur. I've got it here somewhere. It's over here. Have a look at this tool here. This is a Secateur, bypass Secateur over here. Now, it was given to me to trial, and I love it actually. I'd only done one prune with it. And it's got a little grip on it here on both sides, so you've got the bypass bottom half of the blade there, or the Secateur, and the blade there with both a little fitting. So if I squeeze the handle, see that? Now that acts like a grip. So whatever I cut, whatever's on this side of the cutting blade will actually be gripped and held onto. Now this is perfect for hard to reach fruit, especially citrus trees. Now sometimes you can't get into the middle of the citrus tree where there is fruit there, so you can actually pick it and it'll hold a little stem on it, and then you can just bring it back down to yourself. Now, that's the handle here. It's on a little pole like that. Now, I do believe they come in a longer size, but I think this is a perfect size. If you've got anything taller than 2.5 meters as a fruit tree, it's way too tall, and you need to bring the tree down. So let's trial this, let's test run it. Now, I haven't got any tree that tall, but I will have fruit later on in the season to harvest, and we can test it out on the fruit itself. But I've got this beautiful arch here with climbing rose on it, which incidentally I didn't prune back in winter. Yeah, I didn't get around to everything either, folks. As much as I would have loved to keep it down nice and short, I missed out. So what I'm going to do is find a couple of flowers, and I'm sure we've got a couple on this one. We're going to prune them down. It's over here. Come over here, have a look at this. There's a little rose there. There's one there. Now, also, I forgot to mention, sorry guys, come back here. Look at this, it's got a twisting action on it, right? So the actual handle will twist while that stays on top straight. So if you've got to grab the rose in a different way, you can twist it around and grab it that way if you like, but that means it'll fall off because you're grabbing the wrong side. But in this case here, I want it that way. So just cut and bring it down. How cool is that? You don't have to climb a ladder. Beautiful. Now that's one there. We've got another one up here. There are 2 roses on the plant, but we've got 200 to come. So we just go there, cut, and bring it down. Now that's last year's growth on it that we didn't cut off, folks, but that's okay. Now that's pruning a rose. So if you can't get up high to prune something that you'd love to harvest or put in a vase as flowers like that, this is the tool. It really is a simple tool. I love the Lowies that I have, but as a hard to reach, rather than getting up on a ladder, it's not very heavy either. Real simple to use, and it locks away like that so the blade stays shut when you pack it up so you don't cut yourself. And not that expensive either, folks. We'll have these on our website too. Check them out. I don't know what to call them. What do they call these things? Long reach pruner, aluminium handle, hardened carbon steel blade. There you go. Long reach handle pruner. So there we go. Let's just do a bit of pruning while we're here. Like that. There we are, folks. Now, for all these great products and many more, check out our website, vasili'sgarden.com, and it is a buy one, get one free. Also, today only, we're doing a half price on all Vasili's Choice products. So you don't have to buy one and get one free. You can just buy a single unit and get it at half price. Check it out, vasili'sgarden.com, and don't forget to tune in on our TV show at 2 p.m. on 7/2, Vasili's Garden with Mama in the kitchen. I'm not sure. Yeah, she is cooking today. She's cooking every week. She's cooking every day for me, by the way. vasili'sgarden.com with me, Vasili. Maresi.